Hey guys, sorry about the fan noise. I know that's loud. I was just going to show you a quick tip on how to run your rudder cable through your kayak. Now you can probably do this on any brand of kayak. This particular one is a Feelfree Dorado, and if you've ever done this before, you know that feeding the rudder rope all the way up through that hole right there is a little bit difficult. Once it gets to the end, it typically wants to bind up and you can't get it through there. So I've done this before on other kayaks and it works pretty good. If you can get a hold of some welding wire, as you can see, I have some right here that I keep. I've used this before for rudder cables, and you know, if you know somebody that's a welder, just run you off some of this real thin welding wire or a similar type of wire if you want. That's what we use, and it works pretty dang good. You can see what I've done here. I basically use the sharp end of that welding wire and I punch it right up into the fabric on that rope. And then what you're going to do, if I can do this one-handed because I'm holding my phone, see what I'm doing there? You just run it right through like that, and then you just use the welding wire because it's more rigid. It'll push it through there better. And then once it gets to the end, it's going to pop right out that hole with no problem at all. Anymore, when we run one of these, we don't even try to feed the rope through there. We just immediately go to my welding wire here that's all bent up, so it doesn't quite go in there as good as it was when as good as it did when it was new. And I can't hardly do this one-handed. But it's a trick or an idea you can use. And yeah, you really need two hands to do this. I don't know if that'll work or not. Let's see if that'll work. Can you see that? Not really. But at least I can get my other hand going. And my welding wire's got a lot of bends in it because, like I said, I've used it before and I keep it here. So I really need two hands. You might could do it one-handed with some new welding wire, but I don't have any new welding wire. All I have is this. You might could get a different kind of wire. I think I've seen at Walmart the picture hanging stuff. Any kind of thin wire that's rigid that'll go through your tube along with the rope will work. And I'm getting pretty close here. Like I said, this is a little more difficult because my wire is all bent in different places. And if you got a bunch of different bends as it's going through that tube tight, it's binding up a little bit, but this works. I did one like this with this wire 2 days ago. It was actually going a little easier than it is now, but I know this, as I push this welding wire through there, it is, my rope is going. But I've noticed a lot of you guys on social media, the Facebook pages for different kayak brands and kayak mods, are asking about that because it's a recurring problem a lot of people have. And see, here's my problem right here. If you have brand new welding wire, it's going to work really well. Mine, where'd it go? If you look at mine right here, you can see how it's, this bend right here is giving me trouble. I'm gonna put my phone down for a second. Okay, there's nothing like putting a tip or how-to video up and it not working right. Anyway, what I ended up doing is taking it back out. There's way too many small bends in that end of the wire, as you can see, like stuff like that. That makes it harder. So I think I got enough of this wire that I just turned it around and I used the end that I haven't been using, and now it's going. See how much easier that's going? I just made a bend, but see how much easier that goes in there? And it's pulling that wire or that rope. I mean, it's effortless. Like I said, that other end's pretty much done, but this end was newer. So get you some welding wire, and it'll feed right on in there really easily. I can even do this end with one hand. Not much rope left. About to get it. Let's see if I get it. Nope, not yet. See how that bent right there? That probably means I'm at the end. I'm gonna go look here. So there it is. If I can grab a hold of it, and there we go. So there it is. I just pulled it all the way out. You can see the piece of welding wire sticking out right there. And that did it. So now what you want to do is hold this in and pull the rest of it out. I'm going to go ahead and, so this doesn't come out with the wire, I'm going to go ahead and tie it off with my ball here.